it for me. Let's try one more. Let's dive in. All right, Yarok stuff. Again, not really editing or changing decks. I don't really have a lot of information on this format. I haven't spent a lot of time looking at it or thinking about it. So we're just playing things that people have sent in to try and get familiar with what they're doing. Let's dive on in with this and see how it goes. I mean, I think it's just uneducated, J Phoenix. Like, again, like, I firmly believe in giving things a real chance. And, like, the sub-survey will be sent out via email to your Twitch email address. If you have emails enabled, it'll also be posted in the subs Discord. Like, I'm not certain if this is a format for me, so like other people telling me, Jeff, this isn't for you, feels weird. Sometime this afternoon, Big Daddy, after I'm done streaming. Probably like 3, 4 o'clock Central Time. And you'll have a few days to fill it out. Yeah, queuing takes a while because over half our games are against Oko, and I really don't want to play my commander who Oko can steal against Oko. It is kind of nice to be able to shadow ban something we don't want to play against, though. Well, we're attempting to play Brawl Pathfinder, which is not standard. I'm gonna go back to standard on Monday, I believe. I've got some standard decks in the queue. Guess who bought $200 of Eldrazi flavored cardboard? Excellent. Brawl really hasn't felt meaningfully different than standard for me. Brawl is not all sets, it's just standard legal sets. Well, Glowspore can hopefully help drag us to a land. Perfect. So, Glowspore mills 3 and then can put a land from our graveyard on top of our deck. The other thing to consider is even if I was liking this, the viewer count for today is it's honestly it's worse than Pioneer's been, I'm pretty sure. Get my guaranteed land next turn. Still missing double black though. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Interesting. Hey, Wilder Nactyl. Thanks for the 3 sub gifties. I appreciate that. Welcome. So I haven't really done much standard, but like other people who have been doing standard content have still been getting a lot of viewers, right? Like Show and Crokies, for instance, are still solidly on the standard train, and they've had viewer counts similar or better to me on Arena or on Moto. Hey, Scooter, thanks for some sub gifties. I appreciate it. You're having an excellent day wherever you are. Let's get Yarok down. Well, I guess Yarok doesn't accomplish a whole lot just yet. So this lets them draw a card whenever creature power 4 or more enters play. Quasi-duplicate. Yep. Number 1 on both leaderboards. Killing it.
The storied past holds our future.
I feel these games also have felt like so far that, like, similar to standard, like, how do I come back from here, right? Like, the games in this format just snowball so hard, and like without a best of 3, I feel like there's no chance to redeem or recover, right? My friends and I play custom EDH Pauper King that consists 99 commons and uncommons of commons, and the commander is an uncommon legendary creature. That's a neat format. Yeah, magic like that seems great. Ways that you can all agree on. You need to win the die roll and be on the right side of the snowball, right? Yeah, the level of neat and novel here feels less than Pioneer. Like I said, the big thing to me is, like, I play Magic as like an intellectual pursuit for the most part. So like I'm looking to learn things from the games that I'm playing, and I just don't feel like that's happening here so far for me. Like, there's some variety in, like, the gameplay, and, like, the board states we're getting into are different game to game because of the singleton nature, but I don't feel like there's that lessons learned. As someone who loves competitive Magic and Commander the same, formats like Brawl and Commander tend to benefit from multiplayer to help balance out snowballing. Yeah, I believe that. I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to see them separate paper and online. That's just not their thing. Yeah, zombies will be up first tomorrow, Scooter. So Cloudkin gets to kill Teferi this turn. And then I assume we're going to get Field of the Deaded, but I have an Agent of Treachery, so it's probably not too big of a deal.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
I wonder what the odds are this dies. Probably high. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Oh! I've made a terrible sequencing mistake. Oh no! Why is there even a Lotus Field in this deck? Why is there a Lotus Field in this deck? Who thought that was a good idea? Oh, we learned a lesson. We were talking about not having enough lessons learned, and little did we know there was a teachable moment about to occur on our screen. All right, well, that's our third game out of 4 against Oko. That's our third game out of 4 against Oko. Whoopsie poopsie. And we learned, don't put Lotus Field in your Yarok deck. Yeah, definitely wilder, always. A bit of a curve. This hand seems bad. It just doesn't do anything for too long. Let's take a mulligan and try and find some acceleration. Hand's great. Keep. Now that's the type of quality content I subscribe for. Thanks for the 7 months, Serious Pens. I think I'm gonna bottom that. I think people auto-continue to Oko is making people play him less than Brawl. I have no idea, but I also don't really care. I'm playing Brawl because I wanted to explore the idea of doing non-standard content on Arena. This is the only thing they give us a queue for.
Change your ways. You fear your truth. I think a little merriment is in order.
Over 50% of the games we've queued into have been against Oko so far today, playing this format. We've yet to play any of them because I keep conceding to people playing Oko, but over 50% of our games so far have been concessions, so we cannot play against Oko. Yeah, that's true too. A lot of other people are playing him, and we're getting Oko'd even when we're not conceding.
Surely you must be famished.
As someone who takes a moral stance on a lot of things, the people in the Magic community who think being anti-leaks and anti-sharing leaks is some moral high ground position really baffle my mind. Like, there's a strong possibility that these leaks are directly from Wizards of the Coast for starters. So, like, there's that. And then there's, like, also, like, you know, you can't take the pee back out of the pool, right? Like, expecting people not to acknowledge and recognize and talk about the leaks is just, like, very naive and silly. And, like, making people act like they're bad people for wanting to talk about Magic is so nuts. My purity magic is there were a bunch of leaks from the upcoming Magic set, and I say leaks in quotes because the mixture of cards that were leaked make it pretty statistically unlikely that it was a leak and not a staged thing by someone at WotC. Because leaks like this generate hype for the next set, which serves as a distraction from the fact that the current standard is probably worse than Kaladesh. I just play Feasting Troll King here. I'm not sure if I want to play Yarok first or not. Yarok would give me extra food, which is appealing, but it's less mana efficient this turn. I think I'm just going to Troll King. The only thing I have against leaks is they may hurt content creators who would get some traffic from leaked cards. Yeah, Wizards could just give them different cards, though. November 18th, Judgment Day for Oko. Here's hoping. Thanks for the biddies from the crypt. Let the snowballs hit the floor. Let the snowballs hit the floor. I like Tamioing plus trophy. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Tamio, trophy the Troll King, pick the Troll King back up, pick my trophy back up. Is standard format always this broken rotation? It's not actually. In fact, after the last rotation when Guilds of Ravnica released, that was one of the best standard formats I've ever played ever in my decade of playing competitive Magic. So like, it's not even that 5-set formats are inherently bad, because we just had an incredibly good 5-set format. Yeah, GRN standard was great. That or RTR Innistrad standard are like my two like favorite standard formats of all time. And even this standard format, like I know there were a lot of people that were super anti Field of the Dead, but I actually really enjoyed the gameplay and the decks that were playable when Field of the Dead was legal. I just don't have a comeback mechanic from here. I'm just super dead. I really like the 2 Ravnica sets before war. Yeah, Allegiance was a little bit worse for me, but I agree it was still very good. It wasn't like best format I've ever played good, but it was very good. We are not playing Pioneer today. We're going to play one more Brawl deck after this, and we're going to be playing Mythgard. As always, the formats we're intending to play today and the decks we're playing in them are listed in my stream title. You can also find my schedule posted on my website at the beginning of every week. Do you remember Gates Peak Tier 2 Pepperidge Farm members? I do. I do. Is this format fun? I've not really been enjoying it so far. Alright, let's do it. Let's try it out. Hey, thanks for the Tier 3 Gorks. That's for your Green Black Eldrazi list. Will do. Yeah, goosey. Will it be on the survey still? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. It might not be, honestly. Like, my enjoyment level is kind of medium, and, like, the viewer count is low. So, like, I have to really love something in order to, like, it to be worth the time if the viewer count is low. So that combination of things. I guess I have this, right? I have this Plague Crafter. I have the Plague. At least we know, like, after we do this, there's not another Oko coming. So, like, we've got that going for us, right? We know that, like, that's the only one. It's all we've got to deal with. Man, this card seems really bad in this format. What do I even name? What do I even name?
I would like to ask about any lunar
Thanks, Gorks, will do. I'm gonna name Oko. Yeah, we just name Oko, right?
To the library.
Unlucky. Unlucky. I've been playing Brawl since it started. I've not seen half as many Okos as you have this morning. A bunch of other people have said that we've seen an unusual amount of Okos too. I don't know if I believe you people, but I don't believe you. All right, let's pick the oven back up here, and then we'll get Cat Oven going.
No tail should be discarded.
When the event came out, it was better than 50% Oko in 20 games, yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably realistic. There's people that are just grinding out wins because it's the last day. I could see that. And I'm gonna name Assassin's Trophy this time because I would like to kill this Absolution. I could name Agent of Treachery too. Yeah, I'll name Trophy. Ooh. Alright, do I just eat this? Yeah, 10 out of 10. Wow, rude. Yarok has Death Touch, so when he touches himself, he dies. That must be a hard knock life. He dies when he touches himself. Poor Yarok. The deadliest of touch. All right, so we're gonna lead on Cavalier of Thorns here. We've still yet to see Agent or... Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Troll back up, I think. It's probably just the line.
I follow the tracks of the wise.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Can someone time out MS Block?
We are the apex.
Fix my misclicks, mod. Thank you. So we have 3 3s. So we have those on lock a little bit. All decisions are final. Definitely not the case. I think I'm going to replay Yarok here. So that way Troll King... Yarok into Troll King's kind of sweet. He makes 6 food, so he gets to come back twice. I would love a Find Finality, so now we'll plus Tamio and just name the card that's on top of our deck.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
We got you, Red Link. All right, let's cook Cavalier in the oven. Huh? What do I even want here? There's nothing particularly useful. I guess I just take this, Oh, and that gives me 2 food. That's great, because he's huge. Izoni's not particularly good at the moment. Getting a bunch of mana from Nissa sounds appealing. This lets them ult Garruk next turn, so maybe it's wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to let that. Maybe let that die. Hey, Urabrask. I guess they can also exile things from my graveyard with this. Well, I don't think they wanted to ult because they don't have many creatures. Although I guess they could have just made a bunch of creatures with this, huh? Yeah, I don't know.
Seek shelter in my stewardship. Harness the elements.
Yeah, I'm aware. They're like, giving us another turn, though, risk that we, like, kill the Garruk is the issue. We obviously are unable to punish them because our hand's just kind of clunky and awkward here. We can just deal 1 damage per food in play. That is correct. $20 cat damage on board. Oh, are they dead? Are they dead? Each of these are 2. So this is 8, this is 16, 20. Yeah, they're tapped out, so now's the time to do it, is correct. We don't need a free sack outlet. My cat dies when it comes into play. They're not dead yet. So I only have 6 food. I'm too short here. Troll only makes food when it enters from your hand, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna leave 2 foods here. I'm not gonna do more than this because I want to be able to bring the cat back in response to them exiling it. So like, they have 8 mana, so they can go like, pay 4, exile your cat, I bring it back, they pay 4, exile the cat again, I bring it back again. That's unfortunate. That's a punish for using the oven aggressively. So when cards change zones in Magic, they're considered a new instance of that card. So the cat's gonna die and go back to the graveyard, but the Absolution is technically no longer casting it. This is 18 and 10, 28 they can attack for this turn. But if they do that, they die to this on the backswing.
We are relentless.
Can we Findbroker the Troll? The question is, can we cast it? Yeah, not quite. If we find an Assassin's Trophy... Oh, they also get to eat a food here, yeah. Are we just super dead? I feel super dead. Okay, so I get those back. And I guess I can do this. And then do I want to find broker and pick something else back up here? I haven't played a land yet this turn, right? I'll grab Dismal Backwater. Oh, I guess I have Lotus Field to play. It doesn't really matter. I should have grabbed an untapped land so I could Lotus Field this turn and then play that next turn. Well, I didn't have the mana to find Troll and play Troll for people that keep talking about finding Troll and playing Troll. Oh, I have a Forest here. I guess I did have the mana for that. Yeah, but like even if I play it this turn, they're at 10 now, right? Yeah, it still wouldn't have been lethal. Quasing the Troll does not make extra food, because that token would not have been cast from hand. Yeah, Massacre Girl doesn't accomplish anything. Well, I guess with Cat, maybe Massacre Girl was enough. Yeah, they're at 10, Talvik. They're at 10. If I quasi-duplicate this, I'm still dying to the Trampler. It just doesn't matter. I don't care. That's not true. They were at 7 the turn after, Talvik. That's incorrect. They sacked the food the turn after I put them to sit for or whatever. They went to 7 and then 10 over the course of 2 turns, immediately following us draining them. Yep. Well, gotta trophy that one, chat. Gotta trophy that one. Not optional. Lotus Field doesn't back seem very bad in this deck. This deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker proliferate. Sure. I'm not going to attack because I don't want them to trade and get a 1/1 afterlife flying token. Yeah, so far it seems like one of those things where, like, I'd be surprised if they had enough cards in just the standard card pool to make it very reasonable. Like maybe in a bigger card pool it'd be really sweet.
Always stand by your side.
I would love a land. I'm just gonna go ahead and find Broker and pick back up my trophy here. It's a permanent. This is not an Eternal Witness. I'm gonna send people's money. I'm gonna be done playing Brawl for today. This format's just not fun for me. If you have another Brawl deck in the queue, the Rail deck or anything else in here, feel free to drop me a message if you'd like to change it to something else. Otherwise, I'll send PayPal refunds out tonight or tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm not enjoying this format. It doesn't feel meaningfully different from standard. I don't feel like I'm learning things in my games that I can directly apply to the other games. The decks being lots of different cards isn't super engaging. The viewer count is kind of crap, so like I don't feel like slogging through this for like something that people aren't really engaged in. Yeah, I'm like conceding every other game to Oko, so like half of our games we're not even playing anyways. Also kind of sucks. So like I'm not gonna put a Brawl question on the survey. That's part of the reason why I didn't send it out yet, because I'm not gonna play formats that I don't enjoy. So I am not planning to play Brawl or to play any more Brawl on stream. I got event wins by playing Oko as my commander, then conceding to opponents who didn't concede to me. Thanks for the 5-month striker. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I mean, no, I don't like standard's kind of crap right now. That's why I've been playing a bunch of Pioneer. Nah, I've not tried 2v2 in Mythgard yet. Let's play some Mythgard. We'll just play a third Mythgard deck today. For people that were hoping for more arena content, if you really want to see a bunch of standard, make sure you make your voice heard in the sub survey this evening. But I'm going to go ahead and be done with arena for today. I don't feel like loading up standard. We'll be back to doing some standard guaranteed next week. How much standard we're going to do next week is going to be dictated by the results of the subserver. We're going to go back to somewhere between 2 and 4 days of standard a week next week. So Is Mythgard just one of those games, or is it here to stay and grow? How good is it? Mythgard is one of the best card games I've ever played. Their gameplay is really good. They seem to have captured the depth of Magic's deck building while removing resource variants from the game. And that's something people fail to do a lot of the time. A lot of times when people remove resource variants, they also remove that deck building depth that games tend to have. Can I show the Temur Storm deck? No, that deck's not good. We streamed a Temur Storm deck at one point. The UI feels lazy. One of the issues with the UI, like, I hate questions like that. So, like, can you give me a specific example of something you do different with the UI? Because I feel like everybody thinks they're an armchair expert in everything. So, like, can you explain to me what's a good example of how the UI could be better? Because, like, I've played the game a ton, and the UI, I can't think of anything specific in the user interface that, like, I'm like, this is something that I need the UI to do that it doesn't do. High definition fonts. I guess I'll take a quick look at the fonts when we load it up here in a second, but I can't recall looking at the fonts. Yeah, the UI's been relatively intuitive for me. I guess interactions with their discard pile could maybe be improved. The way it side scrolls a little awkward sometimes. I assume I'm gonna lose some subscribers doing less standard on Arena, but this job, it's just like playing games that suck on stream just like isn't good content. Why is my Steam dying? My Steam just had an update and now it's not working. Let me try restarting Steam. Come on, Steam. All right, there we go. Restarting it worked fine. All right, we should be in the right game category now. I can't remember how Twitch Prime works. Do you have any commercials that could help me remember? Twitch Prime just gives you a free sub every month, Socio Penguin. Comes for free with your Amazon Prime if you link your accounts. Brawl was real bad.